Hello students, I am Dr. Asharata Shankar Teda and this is the first class for BA1 Optional English students. I welcome you all to this particular period of history of English literature. So before you should know what is literature, literature is mirror of life. So we'll be studying from the Renaissance and its different parts to 20th century in all these three optionals. First optional, second optional, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So we'll be completing the complete study of English literature. English literature has been one of the richest literatures of the world. English literature, the body of the written works produced in the English language by inhabitants of the British Isles, including Ireland, from the 7th century to the present day. The English literature has passed, which has been termed as ages, operettes, which are the annals after literary figures of the important rules of England. So today we'll be focusing on Renaissance. So what is Renaissance? It is the rebirth. It is the rebirth of the particular fields, particularly in arts, literature. So the Renaissance began in the 14th century in Florence, that is particularly in Italy. Re means again, Naissance means birth. So let us see who was reborn. It was the human spirit that was reborn. After a long slumber of the Middle Ages, this rebirth or reawakening was brought about by revival interest in the culture and the civilization of ancient Greek and Rome. The study of the classical Greek and Roman art and literature came to be called humanism, and its devotees humanist. Humanism simply means the religion of humanity or devotion to human or secular interest as opposed to divinity. As divinity or dogmatic religion had been the chief concern in the Middle Ages, the new learning of humanism brought about a revolutionary change in the life and the outlook of the people, and it was a change of emphasis from the religion to the secular. It means they are giving more importance to humanism rather than the religion. Before, everything was based only on the religion. So now the Renaissance literature is focusing on the human beings. So Italy was the home of the Renaissance. The Renaissance has a long and complex historiography, and in line with the general skepticism of discrete, there has been much debate among historians reacting to the 19th century glorifications of the Renaissance. So you see, with the fall of Constantinople, the flow of the Greek scholars became a steady stream. The Italians, who had only heard of the great names of Homer, of Plato and Aristotle, were now anxious to know them at first hand now satisfied their curiosity at the feet of the refugee scholars. The Renaissance was rather late in reaching England, but it was already far advanced in the reign of Henry VIII. Literature, art, and music flourished under him and continued to advance in spite of the troubles in the reign of Edward VI and Mary, until there was a flood of writings of all sorts, prose, poetry, and drama. The monumental works of dramatists with Shakespeare at the top testify to the vigor of the artistic impulse in the Elizabethan period. Renaissance is best known for its artistic developments and the contributions such polymaths as Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, who inspired the term Renaissance. So we'll be just looking at the beginning of Renaissance. The Renaissance started in Florence, particularly in Italy, a place with a rich cultural history where wealthy citizens could afford to support budding artists. Members of the powerful Medici family, which ruled Florence for more than 60 years, were famous because of this particular Renaissance movement. The movement first expanded to other Italian city-states such as Venice, Milan, Bologna, Ferrara, and Rome. Then, during the 15th century, Renaissance ideas spread from Italy to France and then throughout Western and Northern Europe. So how? This is the way the Renaissance began. So it will be just the beginning of the Renaissance. So the middle of the Renaissance is regarding the Elizabethan age, and the end of the Renaissance will be addressed as the Jacobean period. You will be more focused on the middle of the Renaissance. It is the flowering of the Renaissance because it is the season of the greatest literatures of the world. It is the Elizabethan period where you get the greatest dramatist, Shakespeare. So today we'll be just having only this topic, that is the particular meaning of the Renaissance and how it started, the meaning of the Renaissance, the beginning of the Renaissance. So we'll be ending here with this particular note that we'll be studying more and focusing more on the writers of this particular period. Okay, thank you.